Yeah, 45 minutes. Good. Then probably, I don't know if that is because I prefer to finish it off quickly so that you can also be free. So then I'll have to keep it at 3:15 till 4. Asynchronized is there, but then the thing is that I need to teach you, no? So I keep it mine as half an hour lunch break. I think it's fine. You finish it off and then you also can go to sleep or do whatever you want. We can also be free. So I keep it as 2 to 2:45. And then if it's the same class, once again, 3 to, 2:45 to 3:30 and leave them by around 3 to 3:15. So that's how I do. So you can also sleep or do your shopping or whatever it is. We can also be free to, because I've got work in the hall, so I have to go there also. So this is what I do. But when it is the 7th hour, I'll have to look who takes the 6th hour and the timing. So if your previous 2:30 to 3:15, you said, 2:15 to 3. That means only at 3:15 I can keep. 3:15 to 4. Hmm? Okay. So 3:15 to 4. Okay. Once we complete the portions, then I think you can just mark the attendance. Okay. Okay, fine. So tomorrow, 3:15 to 4 will be the 7th hour class, English. Okay, and we'll continue with the drama A Doll's House. So now it is a definition of a gentleman by Cardinal Newman. Do you know how MCCNs are known as? The slogan? Huh? MCC, Madras Christian College. What is the slogan from somewhere? Huh? Inside? Can you be a bit loud, please? Gentlemen of MCC, okay, comma. Then, about the other two colleges, it's like one slogan, it is coming. Gentlemen of MCC, rowdies of what is it? Now it has become rowdies only. With your comment, it has become like rowdies of Tambaram only. But don't make it that way. Practically, rowdies of Pachaipas and slaves of Loyola. This is not my comment. Right from 40 or 50 or 60 years, this is the slogan. Gentlemen of MCC, rowdies of Pachaipas, and slaves of Loyola. Now, why do they say like that? I'll explain it, because if you say, you will wonder what is happening. Now, the Pachaipas are known for their rowdyism, bullying. The bus, sometimes you would have seen that the bus day or something, they have it. Pachaipas, and I think even presidency also, they have it. The bus day, they shatter the window panes. the bus, they dirty it. Rowdyism is very rampant, but okay, I'll come to that but a little later. Slaves of Loyola, they cannot move this side or that side. It's very strict. Apparently, it looks, no, it is considered to be one of the best colleges because you cannot do any mischief there. Straight away, the principal hands over your TC, go. And more or less, the girls are also not there for the UG. PG, they allow girls. So the boys are made to be slaves in the sense not of their seniors or anything. College rules are college rules. No one. You may be the chief minister's son also studying there. No. Rules are rules for them. That's it. MCC, freedom is there. If you misuse the freedom, we keep on clipping it. It's freedom with responsibility. That's how we turn the students into gentlemen. When college started, it was started as a men's college. So that's why there's no mention about the ladies of MCC, but today we add gentlemen and ladies of MCC. In the sense, freedom is your birthright. Your young adults, all of you, even we professors. But if we misuse it, finished. But we expect students to behave with responsibility. So that is the reason why I became a little strict, because it's easy to mug up and get your marks. But where is your responsibility? Seeing a teacher standing there, walking out in front of the teacher is not gentle manliness or ladylike quality. It's basic courtesy. Suppose the principal walks by, comes into the class, do you still sit like this? No, I'll stand up. We can say we are all equals. You're also a professor, I'm also a professor. But no, we respect. A retired person comes, we respect. We are very student friendly. MCC is very student friendly. But when the students try to misuse that freedom, that friendliness slowly becomes like no enemies. So what are the qualities required to be a gentleman or a lady? Okay, though the title is definition of a gentleman, it refers to even ladies because these are universal qualities. Your basic dignity is very important. All of us are human beings. We would like to be treated with respect and dignity. You should not hurt others. Hurt doesn't mean only physical hurt. Even emotional, psychological. Normally, I have a first star class with you anytime. I'm not too sure because it's offline, online keeps alternate. So there is some day in which I think there is a first star class. Normally, in my class teaching, normal teaching, okay, because this is abnormal teaching, a hybrid mode. Normal teaching, when we have the regular class, I do give, if it is the first hour class, 5 to 7 or 8 minutes of talking time to the students. You're free to talk. We'll be usually in that classroom. I told you 227 is a class. Students will sometimes walk in late to the class. It's okay. Within that 7 or 8 minutes. I don't interfere at all. I'll come at 8:30. Only for the first hour class I give. The reason also I'll tell you. They'll be sitting and chatting here. Someone will be chatting. Someone will be entering. They'll say hi. I said, no problem. You say hi. Say something good to that other person. Don't shout. No, if you're seated there, from here, you and all, don't shout. But when the person comes to sit next to you, Hey, nice dress, yeah. That elevates your mind, isn't it? First hour only, as I told you, only first hour. Because there's no point in sitting in the class and start teaching. You should learn to socialize. When it comes to second, third, and all, by the time you would have talked to each other. But compliment. Hey, looking pretty. There'll be some boys who will have a new hairstyle, and then they why do they do that? Students or their friends or what you Annike, they come late so that everyone will look at them. So I give them an opportunity. அங்க போய் கொஞ்சம் all இந்த classmates எல்லாம் hey oh style oh that boys day is happy day. அதுக்கப்புறம் ஆரெல்லாம் திட்டியாலும் கூட காலையில ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் வரும். I learned it from my experience as a teacher. Okay, I'll hold on to this lesson for some time. Initially, when I started my career, again, BCom was my very first class that I taught. It was in that classroom. There will be students who talk. I get very irritated when I teach, when some students are talking over there. I used to send them out. And I continued with my class. ஒரு செமஸ்டருக்கு அப்புறம் one of the boys waited, after outside the classroom. I finished the class, came out. Usually we have the other physical attendance. Appa, I thought he wanted attendance. I said, no, I will not give you attendance, even before he said anything. He said, ma'am, adellam parvilla, ma'am, attendance ellam vena. Oh, good. Ma'am, ஒரு request. I said, என்ன அடுத்த தடவை இந்த மாதிரி பண்ணும்போது அட்டெண்டன்ஸ் தரணுமா? இல்லை மேம், அது இல்லை, அடுத்த தடவை இந்த மாதிரி பண்ணாது மேம், பட் ஒரு ரிக்வெஸ்ட் மேம். I said, what is it? மேம், அந்த கேர்ள்ஸ் முன்னாடி நீங்க என்ன கிளாஸ் அனுப்பி விட்டாச்சு. That is the main issue. The girls are in the class. Why did you send me? I don't know, my Tamil may not be that very correct, but why did you send me out of the class in front of the girls? Because he's trying to establish himself as a leader among the girls or whatever it is. So now you have disgraced me in front of the girls. I said, boys, okay, next time I'll be careful. I will not, but you also behave properly in the class. I will not send you out. Fine. He was, after that, no problem at all. And then those days we had second year also, English was there. Ipo your batch, you don't have English in the second year, though the textbook has all 4 semesters, but for you only semester 1 and semester 2. The other thing, if you want, you can read it up anytime. No exam, no classes, nothing. Only this year you will have English. So those days we had BCom also having second year also English. Adila, second BCom came to me for teaching, and some mischief, deep puts time was happening, and there was some hall issues or whatever it is. This boy was constantly, we didn't have any mobile phones and all. So this boy was constantly getting distracted. I gave him one warning because I remember the first class where one student said, don't send out of the class. So first warning koduthacha, second warning koduthacha, third I got angry. I said, please leave the class. He first stood up, refused to go. That made me all. And then finally he left. He found that I will not budge, left. Attendance, I gave him attendance because he was there 3/4 of the time. So only towards the end, I gave him attendance. Same thing. He was standing, that staircase. I told you the class was there. He was standing beneath a staircase there. As I got down, ma'am, I said, what? 3 warnings I gave you, no? இல்ல மேம், அது ஒரு விஷயம் இருக்கு மேம். ஓகே, வாட் இஸ் இட்? அதான் அந்த கிளாஸ்ல ஒரு பொண்ணு இருக்கு இல்லையா, அவங்க முன்னாடி நீ என்ன திட்டியாச்சு மேம். ஓ, the girls are the biggest problem, I think. I felt I should not say anything in front of the girls. I said, what? No, and the girl kidding. Okay, I understand. So again, I told, it's a different class, okay, not the same class. So I told him, behave yourself well. After 3 warnings only, I sent you out. So next thing, the girl should be your warning. Behave properly. Sorry, okay, fine. So many incidents, I'm just telling you because how to behave. That's the main essence of this lesson also. I'll connect it to the lesson, don't worry. Then another case that was not a commerce student, one of my economics students, part two. Usually we get this in the general English class because it's taken to be very lightly, which we also understand. After your major subjects, கொஞ்சம் relaxed, that we understand. But then don't disrespect students free sometimes. So there are times in which the students will say, ma'am, we're so tired, ma'am. Please, this hour, can you give free? I said, okay. I will going and seated there. If the principal goes and rounds, it'll be a problem. So I'll give you free. You can sit and talk. I used to do that. So this one fellow, I started the class. Somewhere halfway through, the mobile rang, and that was some Tamil song which he had kept as a ringtone. Louder. I stared at him. He was taking the mobile from his pocket and again fidgeting. And that song was continuous. I said, switch it off. You're not supposed to move. So now all of you, and you even cheaters also, we know all those things. In the pretext of attending the class, probably Instagram will be open or Facebook will be open or whatever it is. It's not that we don't know, but it's okay. We also have to be blind to many things. So those days, I told, they're supposed to switch off the mobiles when the class is there. Again, it automatically the sound stop. Repeat the same thing. Loud sound. So he himself automatically got up from his seat because he knows I'll get angry. Got up from his seat. Sorry, ma'am. I said, okay, switch it off. Again, he fidgeted. It automatically stopped. Third missed call. Louder. I said, boss, switch it off. Sorry, ma'am, sorry. I said, sorry, it's okay. Switch off பண்ணிடுங்கப்பா. Or silent mode le போட்டுடுங்க. Then slowly he pushed all the others. He came to me and said, ma'am, எனக்கு தெரியாது ma'am, எப்படி silent mode. I told you years back, okay, so mobiles are not supposed to be used. That too, it was just the basic model that was becoming popular, not the high-end phones that you have today. Today, smartphone has become very common. Those days, smartphone, if the basic model was the one that was there. அப்போ இந்த பையன் மேம் எனக்கு தெரியாது உங்க போனை எப்படி யூஸ் பண்ணதுக்கு தெரியாது இல்ல மேம் and a friend phone. By the time it was almost like another 5 to 7 minutes going, the rest of them were started talking, giggling, and this phone was continuously ringing. So I just sent him out. I said, go. He went out. I continued with the class after giving some lecture on how to basically behave in the class. Continued the class, came off. This boy came running behind me. I said, I don't want to listen to your song or your explanation. He said, said to because friends, nice so many they from that I know that better to talk. To talk. But you know what is the answer? Very funny answer. I also laughed. He also then after that laughed. The thing was that he was in love with one of girls. And it was that girl's birthday. He has a basic model phone. Adila, he was not able to send WhatsApp and all was slowly getting popular. Now WhatsApp, my Instagram, it's all very common. I'm speaking, this must be in 2010 or something, 10 or 11. So that many years back. WhatsApp was getting popular at that time. And only in a smartphone you can have the WhatsApp at all. You can't have it in the basic model. He borrowed his friend's phone, not from the class, but the friend is studying in the college. Neighbor or somebody, I don't know. He got Urunalekya, he took it on a kind of a rent or whatever it is, and he brought it. Just to text. So he knows how to text or send a picture. He want to take a selfie or something with this girl, but he doesn't know the how to switch it off. He learned how to switch it on. He learned how to send messages, take selfie, but he didn't know which is the button to switch it off. He never thought that during this time his friend called. So I said, whose call was that? Was it the classmate? Because then I have to call that girl also and say, in the class, don't use the mobile. So he said, இல்ல மேம் என்னோட ஃப்ரெண்டு தான் கால் பண்ணியது. அந்த பொண்ணுக்கிட்ட பேசியாச்சா, என்ன விஷ் பண்ணியாச்சா, அதெல்லாம் கேட்குறதுக்கு ஃப்ரெண்டு கால் பண்ணியாச்சு. But the friend did not teach this boy to put it in the silent mode. He doesn't know how to operate. அது எங்க இருக்கு அந்த silent thing? How to switch it off? He taught him on pannida normally we'll give. Suppose I have to give my phone also, phone will be in the on. Yeah, look at it. But the friend taught him how to send the WhatsApp and take the picture or whatever it is. So that is why the phone is continuously ringing. His friend wanted to find that out, whether his mission was successful with the girl. And English was not the first hour also. It was some second or third hour. And I don't know how your present HOD is. Those days, it was a different head of the department. Sir was very strict with the BCom students. Even in the corridor, you cannot use your mobiles. I don't know how is it now. I'm not too sure. Charles Suresh sir was very strict. Commerce students, even during the break time, they cannot use their mobiles in the corridors. அப்படி வச்சா confiscate பண்ணி it will be there. So English class was 1 hour, I think, konja they could be free. And I used to just, as long as they don't disturb me, not that I love them, but sometimes, some words or dictionary, I'll tell them, okay, take up the Google. Ma'am, can you take the class? So I said, it's okay. I'll tell sir that I have given you permission to refer to this word or some where we take it up. But that discipline. So you're learning something, some new word you want to learn. I'm allowing you to look at your dictionary or some information. You can Google it up. But after the time is over, be honest to yourself, not to check your Instagram or WhatsApp or anything. So that was my rule for the class. So I used to give them freedom. At the same time, I used to also. So இந்த மாதிரி எல்லாம் நிறைய நடந்திருக்கு. Also, definition. How do you define is what Cardinal Newman says. And it speaks about the behavior pattern that we have to exhibit. Some qualities are mentioned. But before we go on to the text, let me just tell you the three Qs: IQ, EQ, and SQ. You know what are they? Intelligence quotient, then emotional quotient. Social quotient. Very good. Intelligence quotient, I think your marks are not an indicator of your intelligence quotient. Only to a certain extent. Because marks can be got either by mugging up things, same questions coming, you repeatedly revision test after revision test with the same questions. It is there in your head. The same question will come for exam. You will write it. You will score in your 90s. That is not an indicator of your intelligence quotient, but to a certain extent. If you are able to apply what you have studied to your life, your intelligence quotient is high. That's my definition of intelligence quotient. Because we have seen students who nowadays I don't get time, not time, I don't meet you frequently. It's only now that we started offline. Usually I make the students write a self introduction about themselves before I begin my classes. Whether it's BCom or whether it is my major students or my part 2 English students, I make them write in a piece of paper. It's confidential, just for me to know you. And in that, I make them write their English marks. So some of them would have put, I've got 88%, 92%, etc. But when I correct the CA papers, no sense of grammar, what is there in the textbook, just like that. Even my visions for India, India must stand up to the world. Everyone will write that because that is what you mocked up. What do you mean by that? So from that I know you have not understood anything, just mugging up. So it's not a proper indicator to your intelligence, but to a certain extent we'll accept it. The next two are very, very important in your life. That is what determines your success in life, in your job, etc. The emotional quotient. How emotionally mature are you? Now, what I saw, the behavior of your few classmates who went out of the class, I don't think they would have got even Chinnamuthu sir's permission. They would have just went off. It's break time, we understand. But they are not emotionally mature. There's a professor inside the class, there's a professor outside the class. It is not that they didn't see, but they wanted to go out. Get the permission. It's your break time. If Chinnamuthu sir was not here, I can understand. Break time, you go. But another professor is inside the class, maybe talking something else. Basic courtesy. That shows your emotional maturity. Your time management is an emotional maturity. Many a times we Indians are very bad. I'm not saying all of you, all of us, including me. We are very bad with time. You tell somebody you will meet at the cafeteria, no, at 12:30. You yourself will be going there at 12:35. Some others will come only at 12:40. Then you'll all wait for another person who may come at even 1 o'clock. No time management. So many qualities are there. How you're emotionally mature. How are you able to handle the emotions? You might get angry with someone. and tapang, you'll hit. This is what we see sometimes in the roads. I'm sure all of you, in course of time, in within 6 months or 1 year, will be able to take the driving license. You all must be 17, right? In another couple of months, you'll turn 18. Some of you would have already turned 18. Your turn to vote for you. We are giving you, or the government is giving you the liberty to drive. Some of you would have driven vehicles even before that, even to school, which is wrong. Anyway, I'm not dealing with that. But now you are legitimately able to drive. How many of us have the patience to wait at the signal? Thank you. I'm happy to hear that. Really happy. We have seen youngsters going, grooming this and that. These are ways by which, the thrill is there, we understand. But are you emotionally mature to control your emotions? When someone else overtakes you and it hits you with a little bit, I don't say you should keep quiet, but you abuse the person so much. He would have gone long distance, but still, we have one of our drivers. The mistake will be on my driver who always drives on the right hand side, where you're supposed to drive on the left side, that's where he always drives on the right hand side. But if another vehicle comes and overtakes him, Eruma Mada, he'll call. My driver, and the Eruma Madu. Then I used to tell him, Ninga da tappa potirukella. He'll be silent. That words, a lot of things. How emotionally mature are we able to control our emotions? We are all 17 or 18 or 20 years of age, but if our emotional quotient is, let's say, 10, a small child, if it doesn't get what it wants, it will cry. Childish behavior. Behavior and childlike behavior. And probably with that I'll wind up. Create one big scene there. Childish behavior is very immature. Childish. You're not behaving according to your age. So when you're in you, because soon the government is giving you the license to drive, the government is giving you the license to vote, to select the future leaders. 18 is the voting age. But if you're going to behave like a school child of primary, your emotional quotient is very, very less. What about your social quotient? Your interpersonal relationship, your relationship with your elders, your teachers. If that is also at a low level, your IQ may be on the higher level because marks. If the other two levels are low, chances for you getting a job will be very, very less. Okay. And what was the thing that I was telling you that just before this, I told you something, I'll wind up with that. I myself forgot. Huh? Spelling and driver. Something else I did it. I'm sorry. Anyway, huh? The yes. Oh, thank you for reminding me that. I just told you only about childish behavior. I didn't tell you about childlike behavior. Thank you for reminding that. Just in very quick words, childish, as I told you, is very immature. You behave like a child, where you're expected to behave like a adult. Government treats you as that, but you are a child creating a scene, always getting into trouble or disrespecting. That is childish behavior. Childlike is innocent behavior, what we call as naive behavior, very mature. In the sense, the basic respect, even if you have become 50 or 60 years of age, when you meet your guru or someone, I've still seen people of that age bowing down. The basic courtesy. That is childlike behavior. Small child being happy always is a childlike behavior. Laughter, control laughter, not ha 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 ha, that is hysterism we call. But basic smile, cheerfulness, laughter, they are childlike behavior. But childish behavior is when, as I told you, ho, 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 you don't even bother who's standing next to you. Some people over the telephone, mobile phones, they speak so loudly that everyone can hear what they are talking. That is childish behavior. Okay, so there's a lot of difference. So I thought I'll wind up with that, because behavior is something very important. This lesson teaches us exactly how to behave, how to be a gentleman, how to be a
Ma'am,
gentleman.
time over.
I'll take in the next class. Tomorrow's online class will be your drama, A Doll's House. Okay, 3:15 to 4. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for those who joined online.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.